Okay, so welcome to my story time. This story is about how I came about working for Michael Jackson's dad, which is Joe Jackson, and also living with him up until the day that he passed away. This story is strictly my experience with him. For the most part, he and I lived alone for the ending of his, time on earth. I'm trying to choose my words carefully because I know this app is very sensitive to words. Um, I was heading to work. It was a regular day, right, for me. And there was a car in front of me. There was a small black Jaguar in front of me. I noticed the car because it's a beautiful car. I mean, who wouldn't look at it? But, anyways, there was another car on the opposite side of the road attempting to do a U turn to cut that car off. Well, they collided. So I immediately hop out of my car because, again, it's directly in front of me. I'm directly behind that car that's in front of me. So I get out of the vehicle. I go check on the one that did the U turn because it was closest to me. I let them know that, hey, your car is smoking all of this. You need to get out. They didn't want to get out, stay in, right? So I went to the Jaguar. And all I know from my mindset that there was an older guy in the vehicle. And then there was another man sitting next to him who I would say appeared to be maybe 30 years younger. So I'm thinking that this is father and son in the vehicle. I didn't know who Mr. Jackson was at first. I hadn't really, like, I've seen him as a kid. You know what I mean? Like, you've seen somebody faces, but they age. I didn't know who he was. Let's just put it that way. All I know is I needed to help him get out of the vehicle. I helped him get out. I helped him into the restaurant that was near the side. I let the other guy in the vehicle know, the one that I thought was his father at the time, that his car is smoking, and he immediately hops out of the vehicle. I pass all my information to them. I let them know that if they need anything, to give me a call. And by mean saying need anything, meaning that I witnessed the accident straight on. So I left, I went back to work, gave my information to the motorcycle cop that was there on the scene at the time, and I left. Um, my cousin at the time, I was staying with someone because I was fresh from Colorado and then I came into Vegas, so I needed somewhere to stay. So I spoke to my cousin and she told me that. So my cousin comes home from the store and she's like, guess who I seen in the store? I'm like, who? She was like, Michael Jackson's dad. I was like, what was he doing in the store? Like, what did you do? Like, I'm all interested in her story. Like, what was happening? And she goes, well, he was just picking up medicine. He was just in a car accident. I was like, that's funny. I just helped a guy in a car accident today. And she was like, that would be weird if it was him. I'm like, yeah, that would be weird. But anyway, so I believe it was like the following day had passed or whatever, and I seen him on the news. And I called one of my another family member. I called them. I'm like, turn the TV on. The guy that I helped in that car accident was Michael Jackson's dad. They were like, you're lying. I said, I swear to God, I'm not lying. Like, he's on TV. That's the guy that I helped. So I post on social media on my Facebook and let people know because that was literally, I think I had Facebook and Snapchat at the time, right? And so I let them know, like, I helped him out of a car accident. It was Michael Jackson's dad. Nobody believed me. So literally, maybe a couple of days later after that, I'm at work and I get a phone call and they're like, is this Jasmine? I'm like, yeah, who's this? They're like, oh, you remember you helped us in a car accident? I was like, yeah, how are you? I've been thinking about you guys, how's it going? And he was like, oh, everything's fine. And mind you, at this time, I knew who he was, right? Because I seen him on the news. They were like, oh, Mr. Jackson wants to thank you. He wants to bring you out to brunch. So I'm like at work freaking out or whatever. And so I accept the offer. I think it was like maybe 2 days later. Everything happened really, really fast. It was like within 2 days, we ended up going to brunch. It was at a buffet on the strip. Really nice buffet. It's not like your average kind of buffet. Like, you literally have to dress up. in order to get into that buffet. So we go to the buffet, we're chilling, we're eating, we're having a nice conversation. The guy with him that was in the car, I found out while he called me, I found out on the phone that he was actually his personal assistant at the time. I don't want to say his name. Let's call him Erickson, I guess, right? So Erickson is the one who called. Erickson is the one who I first seen when I got to the buffet. Mr. Jackson was sitting down. So Erickson came up to greet me. So we go to the table. Like I said, we're enjoying our conversation. And after we're eating, I'm thinking that this is like the highlight of everything. You know, we're eating, he's going to say thank you, this and that. So while we're still at the restaurant, Mr. Jackson looks over to Erickson and goes, we should invite her over. And I'm like looking at Erickson's expression, and he's just like, so immediately after we're done eating, I follow them to Mr. Jackson's house. Um, and that's when everything changed, right? So if you want to hear the rest of it, go ahead and like, share, comment, do your thing. And I'll go ahead and continue on with the story.